Hello everybody and welcome to a sit down with Ben. It's another absolutely baking day in the Collectables household, and I thought I'd do something a little bit different for this convention. I thought I'd just kind of sit down and have a heart-to-heart with you. All the time I'm talking on here, I'm going to be in the chat when this goes live so I can answer any questions that you all have. Now, first things first, some of my patrons are already aware of this, but I've got to a point now where I'm kind of suffering from collector's exhaustion, where new lines, new waves, things come out, and you try and get them, and they're not Pokemon, you don't have to catch them all, but it's a slippery slope and you kind of feel obliged to get everything in that set, get everything that you think you need, but you don't. I'm really going to start culling back. I've already shared some of the things that are going with my Patreons. I'm basically getting rid of all my Power Rangers, all of my Sentai, all of my Movieverse stuff, all of the T-Beast stuff. I'm going to have a really refined kind of collection. I'm going to have the Masterpiece, albeit third party and stuff as well. I'm going to have some G2 inspired Masterpiece stuff and the odd line, like the Fans Hobby stuff, for example, like their Power Bases and Overlord. And obviously those custom bits that I've got from some of those customizer showcases. Stuff like that, stuff that means something to me, like the animated figures. I don't need them all. I've been trying to collect the entire series of animated, and do I really need them all? No, not really. I don't have the space for it. We're trying to save up to move back to Canada once I've finished my filmmaking degree, and hoping to get my foot in the door within the movie industry when we move back out there. And every penny that we make will obviously go towards the house and the lifestyle out there. Toys can always be repurchased at a later date if needed, and yeah, family first. To be honest with you, it's the YouTube side of things. There's just no money in it anymore. I can't buy from the factories. I know for a fact a couple of the reviewers do. I know that for a fact because they offered it to me as well, and I tried it and it just wasn't financially worth it for me. I didn't have the money, I think, at the time. It was before I got like Cheetor and stuff like that. I think I got those. That they offered me things like the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod. Great figure, yeah. Wasn't going to be in a box, and I think it worked out about £100 for the one figure. I can't afford that sort of thing, so I dread to think what they're paying for things like Tigertron and that. And yes, some of them do have boxes. That's just how it is. If you've got the money, then good for you. You know, that's how a lot of the reviewers started off. I remember when I first started watching the reviews, we had the likes of Pure, Octopotamus as well. I think Bolt was in there as well. They were getting these animated figures way ahead of schedule. They were getting them from the same sort of sources. That's when the factories were in China as opposed to Vietnam. But it was the same thing. Financially though, I can't afford it. I don't make a lot on here. I mean, people can go on Google, can't they? And they can search exactly what you earn on YouTube and that. And I think I'm, I don't know, like 1/16 of what some of the newer reviewers are that acquire their toys. And the rich just get a little bit richer, and those who don't. But I don't care. I love the fact that I have an audience. I love the fact that you guys watch me. I'll always get the person that doesn't even watch the video and gives it a thumbs down. And you know what? It all adds up, and it all kind of adds to the demographics. So, but that does mean it's not financially viable to do this as a kind of a job anymore. That does mean that obviously everything's going to have to be put on the back burner. I will be going kind of part-time. The reviews will be thinned out. I'll still be uploading content on Patreon. And yeah, the KO channel's still going to be going. This channel's still going to be going. I've got the Ben on Film channel, which I'm slowly working on. And there's a fly in here. It's fly season, isn't it? We've got fly sprays, we've got the windows shut, we've got slats down and everything, and they still manage to find their way in. But anyway, I'm digressing. I'm not here to be miserable. Honestly, I'm not. I am a very happy person at the moment. Life is good. It's just, I needed to hit that reset button on everything that's around me. I just think sometimes that's really good. Like I said, I've kind of got collector's exhaustion. I can't collect everything, and I don't need to collect everything. Let's just refine what we've got and carry on from there. I just wanted to talk to you whilst you're here about some of your favourite bots as well. Some that definitely won't be leaving me. It's my Junkions. I had a real fascination with Retgar when the movie came out. Absolutely adored Eric Idle, and I just loved his character. He can speak TV. And I don't know, it just kind of resonated with me. I found the original figure at a boot sale when I was younger. For those who don't know, a car boot sale is kind of like a yard sale, but we have them in like public fields or like in huge car parks, and everybody sells out of the boot of their car basically. We all have like a table and we fill the car up, come in and sell stuff like that. It's kind of like a jumble sale or a yard sale, that sort of thing, or flea market. I imagine that's the same sort of thing, to give you an idea. And I found a Retgar there. He was missing a lot of the pieces, but he was a really nice big tall figure. And then it was Nick Calloway, I think. I saw his collection of the classics. Classics was it Generations? The Junkion that we got, the Retgar, and that he had a collection of those spanning this entire room. He just bulk buy, they were like fodder to him. He just had hundreds and hundreds of these Junkions. And then I got introduced to Made in Japan. Do you remember him? He did these resin upgrade kits for the Junkions as well. So I then started kind of stockpiling these Junkions, and I would kind of add those and add all these kits onto them. And then he kind of stopped, and then we didn't really have anything for a long time. And then we had Keith release his first two from that series. I think this is still the test shot version of Retgar. I think they changed his face for the final one. I think there was something different they did about him, like the colour or something like that. And I'm missing one of his things. They just kind of got lost over time. But I then got the two of those, and I got another one. So we got them in bike mode as well. And then we got the new four that came out. Again, all completely different, all with their own characteristics. Now, let's not pretend that any of these are fun to transform. They have that kind of pain in the backside parts where you have to try and get the handles and all that through. I mean, just look at the tyre on the front of this one. But I just love picking them up. They're figures that I'll constantly play with. I mean, I'm 37 and I still play with them. I don't really care. I'll pick them up. I even do sound effects sometimes. Sometimes I'll just mimic. I've got the Ultra Magnus armour at the back there that Printformers 3D printed and did. And I sometimes have that kind of spread out on the table. I'll have the Junkions kind of lifting up the armour and moving it out the way, trying to rebuild Magnus. Sometimes it's good to have fun still. When it stops being fun, stop. I know people that kind of get desperate and have to have one of everything and then two of everything, and then they have to have the reissues and the repaints, and it's an addiction. People joke that it's plastic crack, but it is actually an addiction. You can get addicted to that new toy joy. And I still get parcels come through. I get discount at places and I have vouchers to spend, and I still get sponsorships as well. But I've messaged everybody saying, look, I'm cutting right back. It's getting too much. We've got a lot going on behind the scenes family-wise, and sometimes you just have to take a big deep breath, take a step back, and just big breath out. I mean, these flies, they're just flying around. They don't care, do they? They don't care less. But yes, Junkions. I love playing with them. I know Ed has done a video on Therapy bot, I think, where we talk about which bot you would just pick up and play with. And this is kind of it for me. I sit there and mess around with these. I sometimes have them up on top of the display. There's a big, you can't see it, it's above my head here. There's a kind of a big G1 arc at the top there. I've got like Menosaur and Bruticus and all that up there. And I generally have some of these up there with them, and I've got like a Coronation Starscream. And I just like interacting with them. But these are good posable figures. They're kind of sleeper figures as well. Don't really see many videos about all the extra Junkions that Keith did. And I mean, there's a rumor that there's another 6 planned as well. If that is the case, that would be sensational. I just really hope we get Nancy. I mean, stuff like this I will continue to buy because I adore them. I really do. But I don't need to get everything. I mean, I had at one point like 4 versions or 5 versions of Masterpiece Megatron, down to just the Infinite Transformation one now. Still got to clear out some of my doubles for like Beast Wars. I've got all of these G1 bots behind me, and I've still got a display cabinet here with the vehicle modes at the top. Do I really need those? No, not really. I know Bobby's touched on stuff like this several times. When is enough enough? And I would love to have the space that a lot of you guys, my American audience and Canadian audience, you guys with the basements, I'd love to have that sort of space again. When we lived in Canada, we did have that space, and it was okay. You know, it was nice to fill it with everything. But here, everything just kind of looks jam-packed and wedged in, and I don't really get a chance to enjoy what I've got because I've got too much, and it's kind of just wedged in. It's there for the sake of being there, isn't it? It's like, yeah, I've got that, tick a box. Do I enjoy it? No. No, I don't need 2 Springers, I don't need 2 Blurs, I don't need 2 cups for one guy, you know, it's unnecessary. I just needed to learn to say no. And besides, the camera business and that as well with university, that's an expensive hobby. I love going to university, I love studying film. But the wife will agree and tell you that it's costing me more money going there because I'm seeing all of this amazing equipment that we get to use. And I want to use it. I want to go out. I want to shoot films. I want to explore what I can do. I want to push my limits. I want to learn what I can't do. I just want to push myself. I want to learn what I'm capable of and then improve on it. It's always fascinated me. It really has. I will be doing a watch party in up and coming weeks. We have the Blu-ray 4K edition of the movie coming, courtesy of Zavi. So I thought we could all do a watch party on there. I thought that would be nice for us all. We can just all kind of watch the film. We can talk our way through it. Obviously, I'll give it like a day or so after it's arrived to make sure other people have got a copy as well. I just think that'd be really nice, kind of just sitting there and watching that film in 4K. There's a few people uploading upscaled versions of it, saying, oh, true 4K. It's not. The only 4K version of the movie is kind of now coming out. It hasn't been digitally remastered. People have upscaled it, and that's a big difference, upscaling and remastering. But I'm really interested to see where that goes. I know that the very talented gentleman that designed this tee, he's also done the artwork for the movie in the edition that I've ordered. So I'll include a link in the description below as well, where these can all be purchased. I think the tees and the hoodies are still available. I'm not sure about the hats. They may be sold out now, but I've included a link in the description below anyway. And I'm sorry this has been a bit of a rambling, really. Sometimes I just want to talk to you all. I think you're all amazing listeners. You know what? If you ever get a chance to just sit and talk to a camera, do it. Sometimes it's all you need. It's an incredibly good form of therapy. I originally started reviewing after I came out of the police force. I had PTSD. I spent 6 weeks getting treatment in the Priory in Chelmsford. I had cognitive eye therapy and EMDR. PTSD never goes. You can help it and you can learn to live with it, but it never goes. And the talking to the camera and talking to you guys actually helped me no end. It rebuilt my confidence in myself, and it really did kind of save me. So if you ever really struggle to find somebody to talk to, just turn that camera on. Don't even have to press record. Sometimes it's just really good to sit there and have a chat to the camera and just tell it all of your problems, tell it all of your worries, and just get it all off your chest. Yeah. Check me, Agony Uncle Ben. Oh, Uncle Ben. Poor Spidey. Anyway, I've digressed. I just wanted to talk to you all. I just wanted to let you know where we are with the collectibles, what we're doing, how I am, where I'm going with the collection, what I'm still enjoying, what I'm not enjoying. And I wanted to keep all of you in the loop because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. And thank you. Honestly, I do mean that. Yes, I know views are kind of at an all-time low at the moment. It's not just me, it's some of the big guys as well, like Bolt Matrix, Optobotomus. And it is due to the algorithm, unfortunately, with other reviewers getting all of these hits and their stuff getting pumped out all over social media every time they get something new and acquired. It changes the algorithm, so they are the only ones popping up in searches. They're the only ones that are getting the traffic, and you know, it's I guess some of we're like dinosaurs now. I guess some of our days have passed. They're kind of the new Transformers meteorite has hit the Earth, wiped us out, and it's time for the next generation. I'm kind of okay with that. It's sad. It was fun. It was really fun while it lasted. I will still be doing regular reviews. I've got stuff coming, but it just won't be as frequent. I don't want it to stop being fun. I still really enjoy doing this, and I don't want that fun to stop. I just feel like trying to keep up with these kids, trying to get all of the stuff as quickly as them, it's just impossible. I can't afford it. I don't have the space for it, and I don't live with my parents. I have a house. I have a family to feed. So thank you all so much for tuning in today. I don't very often do these talking head ones, do I? Sometimes I just need to get it off my chest. And thank you so much to the team behind this convention. Thank you for having me. Please make sure you check out the playlist. There is some amazing people on here. Some you may not have ever heard of, some you probably have heard of. And just flick through and just check out some. If you haven't ever heard of them, just check them out. Give some of these smaller guys that chance, and who knows, maybe you discover your new favourite. For myself and the rest of the Collectables household, and this fly, thank you all for watching.